In. Don't you dare run out. Are you a ferocious dog? So, these are my dogs. And they don't look very strong, do they? You know, 'cause they're little. But she's very strong. She's about, what, 14 months old. They don't look very strong, but she can pull me down the field. And she got sharp claws, get down. So, they're my dogs. And like I said, they don't look very strong. They don't look very ferocious. But believe me, if one of those little pet dogs, they're very strong. Like I said, they're only puppies. They've got good temperaments, as soft as a brush. You know, I had to actually, with her, I had to kick her off, and I mean kick her off. And she was only about 8 months old. She got on top of her, 'cause she's the littler one. She got on top of her, down there, and she was sending in, and she wouldn't stop. She were revved up, and I had to kick her off. And she took some kicking off. You shouldn't kick your dogs. Well, what do? You know, she's on top. She's on top of her, biting her to pieces, really sending in. What do? You know, you can't pull them off with your hands. You're just going to get bit. So that's what I had to do. I had to kick her off, and she were only what, 7 months old, 8 months old. But wow, she took some getting off. Now you can imagine if she were 5 times bigger, would I have got her off? What if she'd have attacked me? And she'd have savaged me? You know, you just won't get them off, guys. You know, you just don't know about dogs. You don't even know about your own pet dogs, how strong they are. Dogs are very strong. And like I said, these two are pups. But she can pull me down that field at 7, 8 months old. And she's strong. I'm a strong guy. She's a little pup. She's a lot bigger and stronger now. So that's just how big and strong dogs are. Have a great morning. That's my two. And they're behind the fence. We let them out in the morning, they run around, they don't bother anybody, they've got good temperaments. We put them behind the fence to keep them safe, and we put them behind the fence so they're not out on the road. You know, running around when there's cars, motorbikes, people walking past with dogs. You know, there's dogs with rabies knocking around. You know, we don't want them to get in a fight with a dog with rabies. You know, so this is where that we keep them. So they're very, very safe. So that's it, look. Kept safe. And the good guard dogs. Right, that's it. So that's the dogs this morning. Greedy goats. She's the greedy one. So he's eating. But they run around all morning. They're like whippets. Right, take care, God bless. Have a blessed week. Right, guys, you know, here in the Philippines last week, you know, we're back to these dangerous dogs again, right? 'Cause, like I said, a friend of mine, sounds like she's had a very bad experience in England. She had her shoulder pulled out, you know, her dog's being mauled to death, so an American bulldog has actually killed her pet dog while she's walking down the street. Crazy. Right, so like I said, God bless Gloria. I hope you, like I said, I hope you're fine. This is a number 2 video. This will be a short video. You know, I can imagine, a bit crazy really. Last week, last week I actually stood outside watering the plants, and the neighbour's dog I've already chatted about this, you know, in a previous video, but I'm going to might add this video to the other one I've just made, a short video. So what happened was, I'm watering the plants here, the bitter fruit, and the runny beans. and I set off these two dogs, the neighbour's dog here and the neighbour's dog at this side. Now one's a little one and one's a big one, and the little one fighting the big one, and the big one, like I said, it were on top of it. It's a really nasty dog, and it's bit two kids before. Me personally, if it were my kids, if that were my kids, that dog had a bit, I would have gone, iron bar, no ifs or buts, no asking, and I would have killed the dog. I would have beat the dog to death. When a dog bites little kids, just not acceptable, okay? It's not acceptable for me, right? And I know it's not acceptable for people in England, and I know it's not acceptable for people here in the Philippines. Right, it's just not. You know, it's okay if that dog's got rabies, which quite a lot of dogs here do have. But even if it hasn't, if a dog bites you anyway, you know, you're going to get some type of blood disease, and, you know, you're going to have a short life. So, you know, it's set about and they were going at it, throw a bucket of water on them, trying to split them up. I thought that would have actually split. Didn't bother them. They were both revved up, so they were both revved up and they were going. They weren't going to stop, you know, till one actually made a mess of other one, and it were on top and it got its neck and it got on top and it were back. So I picked a big stick up and it were a fork on the end of the stick, and I got it and I pushed the dog that were on top of the other dog, sinking his teeth into his neck, and I pushed him off and he turned round and he stopped, and then he turned round and he looked at me, and then he was thinking, and that dog would have attacked me. If I hadn't have got that stick, he would have quite possibly attacked me. And the lady next door said, you know, that dog would have attacked Paul, it's already bit two kids. Not acceptable. Right, let me just see how long the video is running for. So I want to make this a short video. So, you know, very, not just in the Philippines dogs are dangerous, guys, you know. We are forgetting in England, a lot of dangerous dogs, a lot of people walking around with big dogs, can't handle them, don't know what to do with them, always got some stupid excuse, you know. Right, I know how long that video is running for. So, right, sorry guys, but here in the Philippines, you know, I've visited quite a few subdivisions, and I've got one or two good friends here in the Philippines, in Mercia, one in particular, you know, and I do meet for coffee on a Sunday. So I have actually got at least one good friend here in the Philippines, right? You know, a Filipino guy. And he took me around some of his relatives. Now they've all got big Dutch guard dogs. And them Dutch guard dogs, they need a lot of training and they can be quite crazy. I could easily train one, but they need a lot of work, guys, okay? They need a lot of work. Dutch, Alsatian, forgot the name. I know the name, can't pronounce. And, you know, a lot of these guys in the Philippines they'll have a Dutch Alsatian and they'll have a Bulldog, and they might have a Golden Retriever or a Rottweiler or an Alsatian or a Pit Bull. But here in the Philippines, most of these dogs on the subdivisions, not all, you know, bull breeds, they're in a cage. So they're kept in a cage, right? And then, like my two dogs outside, what you've seen, or what you will see, because I'll add the video to this one, you've got those type of dogs that are on the streets, and the good guard dogs, you know, they'll bark, let you know if there's a bad guy around, because that's what they're for, guard. And you have to be very careful around street dogs, because they're unpredictable. So, you know, that just sparked me how I actually got this dog off this dog, how I got this big dog off killing this one, picked a branch up, and the branch must have been about 4 or 5 foot, and I knew to keep away, so like a stance, you know, a good stance, and I got the branch, and then I pushed him, and then I kept pushing him, and then I pushed him away, he didn't like it, and I pushed him, got him at neck there, and I just pushed him away, and he didn't like it, right? Could have easily beat me, but they're still walking around here, the barangay. But you know, if that dog bit one of my kids, bit my girlfriend, I would put the dog down myself, right? And I'm quite capable of doing that, right? Especially if the dog's really nasty and very crazy, you know. But here in the Philippines, a lot of the guys with pit bulls, American bulldogs, and they've all, lots of people here have got American bulls, but on the subdivisions, they're in a steel cage and they're behind a wall, and they're for guard dogs. Now, if one of them dogs got out, yeah, you'd probably be in big trouble. Or, I don't know, depending on the dog. But you know, they're very territorial, bulldogs, you know, not just bulldogs. Bulldogs, pit bulls, Alsatians, Labradors, they can be territorial. So, you've got me drift. So, the dog there, you know, they're in many, many fights here, right? Street dogs are in many fights. You don't know what the hell they've got. So if you come here to the Philippines and you're actually bit, there's no cure. You know, you think you have a rabies injection, there's no cure, guys. Okay, there is no cure for a dog biting this. Now, earlier on I chatted, mine bit me in the arm and my arm just went, oh, so my arm were absolutely massive. My arm were really big. Wow, so I was very lucky. Right. So, like I said, if you've been attacked by a dog, you know, in England, in the Philippines, you've been attacked, and it's turned out where it's turned out very, very bad. You know, God bless. But, you know, someone ought to really sit down and think, what are we going to do about this problem in England with all these bulldogs, with all these pit bulls? We're nasty Labradors, we're just nasty dogs in general. But like I said, what's the difference with a Labrador and an American Bulldog? The difference is you might beat the Labrador off, you might be able to beat that Labrador off. Even though he's a strong, very strong dog, you won't beat the American Bulldog off. Very dangerous. Right guys, take care, God bless. I hope you're having a lovely week ahead. I'll upload the videos as soon as possible. Like I said, God bless Gloria. I hope everything's going fine. And I'm sure you'll sit down and you'll have a lot to think about, you know, because like I said, when a pit bull or an American bull actually attacks your dog in the street, are you the next one? Like I said, it's not much fun. And like I said, you know, when I got this dog off here, you know, I got a long branch and I got him off with this long branch. Quick thinking that we're all. And the lady next door, she'd got a big long tube, a big water pipe, and it must have been about 10 foot, 12 foot long. And she was trying to poke the dog off, just wasn't working, and she was trying to, you know, with this big long tube, trying to get the dog off her pet dog, which they fight. You know, if they're fighting, they shouldn't be on. If your dogs are fighting other dogs, they should not be on a public road. Get your dog at the back of a fence, put it in a cage, put it on your property. They should not be on the public road. That's what's wrong with this barangay and many barangays in the Philippines. Dangerous dogs are fighting all over the roads. You've got your kids walking around, you've got your wife, you know, wife, kids, husband, you're walking around and dogs are coming out, they're attacking you. Needs a law, needs stopping. And it's same in England, crazy, you know, no one's doing anything about it. Right guys, the video's running a little bit too long. I wanted it to be a short video. So like I said, take care, God bless. You know, hopefully this video will spark what can I do if I do get attacked in a street by a pit bull, a big bull, a bull mastiff, a Labrador, a Jack Russell. You know, just don't think big dog, a little dog. A Jack Russell will make a mess on you. Okay, what do? You have to think about it. You know, do you carry a stick? Do you have a spike at the end of the stick where you can pull off? You know, you have to carry a weapon. What? What do you do? Make a comment. Take care, God bless. Please like and subscribe. Please help support. You know, please become a channel member. I actually do need support, guys. So if you good-hearted people can actually spare a little support, very much appreciated. Take care, God bless. Like I said, I've come across a lot of dogs before. I've been bit more than once, right? Been bit more than once. Been bit at least twice. One was an Alsatian, and it were going for me goalies. Yeah, it were going for the private part, and it just missed and got at the side, and then the other one got the arm. That were my pet dog. Take care, God bless. So my pet bull mastiff. What would I have done? Not a lot really. Couldn't afford him off, to be honest.